Well, hello everybody. My name is Abe Apt. I'm with AJA Video Systems. We're here at IBC 2023. We're very excited to be here, of course. As always, we love IBC. We love the crowd. We love the environment. We love the excitement of a show, and we love showing you new stuff. So we have some new products here at IBC 2023. One of the most exciting things we've announced in years is a new KONA card. Everyone loves a new KONA card. I mean, the KONA cards have been around since 2001, 2002, something like that. Some of the first capture cards that really got uncompressed video into computers that were just bought off the shelf. So it's something we've been doing for a long time. We're very, very familiar with it. We're pretty good at it too. So the new KONA card we have here at the show is called the KONA X. And what the KONA X is the fastest KONA card we've ever made. 12G SDI input and output, HDMI 2.0 input and output in one of the latest generations of PCIe interfaces. It's just a wonderful, wonderful card. It's got all the quality that all of our customers are used to, and it's got the same underlying architecture and same SDK that our customers are used to. So if you've used our other KONA cards like a KONA 3, KONA 4, KONA 3G, KONA LHI, all the stuff we've made over the years, KONA X is going to be very, very familiar to you. And it works with all the same software that all of our other KONA cards work with. The exciting thing about the KONA X is the speed. It is our first ever subframe latency board. So subframe latency is literally that, less than a frame of latency from input to display. It's impressive, it's incredible. We love seeing it. It was a big request from a lot of our customers in like the virtual set world, in the esports world, because you know that's what it's all about nowadays is low latency. People want to be able to see the action as it's actually happening, and they also don't want to deal with things like AV sync issues, with the video falling behind the audio. All that stuff's really, really tricky to work out. So that's what we put into the KONA X. We're very, very excited to offer it. The KONA X has the connectivity that people are used to, SDI, HDMI. We have an optional KONA Expand board for it. So it's just an optional board that'll give you other connectivity. You have things like AES and EBU, audio I/O. You have reference, you have LTC. So a lot of different connectivity options on the KONA Expand board. We also have another version of the board called the KONA XM. The KONA XM is a medical focused version of the board. So in addition to all the SMPTE spec resolution stuff that we take, that we've always done with our KONA boards, it actually takes VESA spec resolution. So that's your 1920s by 1200s, that's your 1024 by 768, all the stuff that ends in like GA, QXGA, WUX, QGA, you know, there's a billion different names. And they're always really fun to pronounce too. But we accept all that now with the KONA X. So it makes it a really, really useful tool in the medical imaging world. So we have surgical devices, surgical robots, medical imaging cameras that may or may not output standard resolutions that we're used to in the SMPTE spec video world. So KONA X actually accepts all of those and allows, you know, our medical imaging partners to work with video the way our broadcast partners would work with video. And it's very, very exciting stuff. And that's where low latency also comes in really, really, really handy. Basically, you know, surgical robots. You don't want to have latency issues if, you know, you have a robot performing surgery and the board is displaying video. You want that video to be pretty on time. So that's where the KONA X kind of comes in with its speed. Another thing we did with the KONA X that's very, very exciting is ISO 6061 certification. This is rigorous certification for the medical imaging world. So, you know, it's very, very important, obviously, to the medical imaging folks, but also it gives you an idea of the kind of R&D and the kind of details that we put into the development of this board. It's extremely high quality stuff. It's bleeding edge technology. We're super excited to have it here at IBC. So that's the KONA X. Also at this show now, we have our open gear boards. We have some new open gear boards that we've released. Obviously, we have a full line of them. Our open gear boards, we really want to make them kind of parallel our mini converter line that everyone really knows and loves. So open gear is out there for the folks that want to have a rack frame with hot swappable cards, with network control, dual power supplies, a lot of that real broadcast and mission critical centric kind of stuff. So the new open gear cards we have at the show this year are the OG High 512G, the OG Hot 512G, OG 12G AMA, and the OG 12G AM. So the 12G AMA and AM, those are audio embedder disembedders. The AMA takes out or puts in analog audio. The AM is AES and EBU audio. On the digital side, you have up to 16 channels of audio embed or disembed. And on the analog side, you have 8 channels of audio embed, disembed. So it's really slick stuff. It parallels what we have in our mini converter line. Then also in the open gear world, we have the Hi 512G and the Ha 512G. People are going to be familiar with those. Those are the 12G and HDMI 2.0 versions of our HDMI converters. Hi 512G goes SDI to HDMI. Ha 512G goes HDMI to SDI. Both of them also have optional fiber SFP. So your Hi 512G can also output SDI over fiber. You can put an SFP in there and you're converting SDI to HDMI, but you're also outputting SDI over fiber. You can even put a transmit and receive SFP in there, and you could be receiving fiber, converting that to HDMI, or taking an SDI feed and just looping it back out as fiber. It's very, very flexible device. And then on the Ha 512G, you basically have a fiber transmitter. So in addition to taking HDMI in and converting it to SDI, you're also converting it to a fiber. So very, very useful little device. Parallels what we offer in the mini converter world. Also, we have some exciting updates for our HDR image analyzer. AJA has always kind of been one of those leaders in the HDR and the color world. We started with the FS HDR, then we came out with HDR image analyzer. We support HDR on a variety of products, from recorders to converters to capture cards. And now we have things like the color box, which is basically a real-time, LUT injection device for working with all sorts of different HDR and SDR formats, matching cameras, really, really cool stuff. Well, the HDR image analyzer we released a few years ago, and it takes in a 12G SDI HDR signal, and it gives you full analysis of that HDR signal. We're talking vector scopes, histograms, pixel pickers, all that kind of stuff that you can really get and granularly analyze your HDR video. So the HDR image analyzer now, what we've done is added basically 3 channels to it. It's now a 4-channel device. So you can have 4 channels of 4K up to 60p going into the HDR image analyzer for analysis, all in real time. And they can all be different. It can be different HDR formats, different SDR formats, mix and match it to your heart's content. We also added full support for Dolby Vision metadata. So if you've got that Dolby Vision dynamic metadata in your HDR signal, we take it in. If you have an NDI signal running around your facility with HDR metadata in there, we'll take in that NDI signal via the network port on the HDR image analyzer and analyze it just like it was a baseband video signal. So it's a really, really flexible, really powerful product. It's another example of AJA releasing a product and then improving upon that product over the years. So if you already own an HDR image analyzer, there's all these new features for you. And if you've never owned an HDR image analyzer, now it's a 4-channel box that you get to buy. It's a really, really exciting little thing. And we're excited to show you about it here at IBC. So come down to the booth, check out everything we've got, or contact us. Go on the website, reach out to AJA. We're always there for you. We're thrilled to talk to you.